Just have to take a quick minute to thank our sponsors, Yellow Dog Paddle, Mackin's Rippin Lips Fishing Trips, NJFishing.com, and 8 Ball Sport Fishing. Also have to thank our supporters, Psycho Jigs, Lip Glue, Nor'easter Hardcore Apparel, Hoggy Time Jigs, The Mimi Sick, and The Gambler. Welcome to the 2025 Christmas special, NJ Multi-Species Podcast. I'm your host, Joe Santiago. As always, my partner, Chris Pereira.
And I was just going to give you props for getting the year right on the Christmas, unlike you did at the Christmas party.
And our third special guest host for tonight, Mr. Jerry Gorski from NJFishing.com is here.
Yeah,
Jerry, hello.
Not without technical difficulties, but here I am.
Oh yeah, well we always
get
have
my
that.
Joe Santiago on here.
There you go. Yeah,
yes.
Looking just like Joe. You know what you need, Jerry. All you need.
A bobber cup. I need a bobber
cup. That's me. All you need for Joe Santiago is to put a way out of date Halloween basket of candy behind you on that striper's head or something, like we've been staring at.
That's
for
where
the
my
last
wife hides it.
3 months.
If you are currently watching the episode, the Mimi trip will be given away to a random numbered comment. So the more you comment, the more chances you have to win. So keep commenting throughout the episode. We thank the Mimi for that. One of many awesome giveaways from the Christmas party.
And can I just add real quick, if you comment too fast, like it's gonna think you're spamming the thing. It's gonna block you or boot you or something. So just don't overdo it.
And if you reply to someone else's comment, that doesn't count because I'm not counting replies. So it's comments only. Also, the Eddie Mackin Red Eye Pass. Chris is going to ask a question within the next 10 minutes. The answer to that question is somewhere on Mackin's Rippin Lips Facebook wall, right? It's on the Facebook page.
It's on Instagram as well. Like the answer to the question was headlined in one of the posts within the last couple of months. So it ain't that hard to find, but maybe if someone knows it right off the bat, then they've been doing their homework, and I mean they deserve to win the red eye trip.
So when Chris asked this question, the answer is somewhere on Eddie's wall. The first person that goes and finds the answer, and I see them write it in this live stream, wins.
Yeah, pretty much.
Chris,
I mean, you could guess too. I mean, it ain't,
Yeah, you can guess. That's true. Well, while we wait for that,
I could ask you right now. I'm waiting for you to tell me when to ask the question.
Do you want to ask it right now?
I don't care. It's up to let Jerry decide. What do you think, Jerry?
Go ahead. Keep pouring the comments in, guys. Get the Mimi. Everybody wants the Mimi trip. Keep
Let's do it.
Pouring
Let's do it right now.
Wait, so if I ask the Mackin question and people start guessing, those are comments. So if the guest correct answer to the Mackin question is the same as the numbered one when it rolls up, they could technically win both trips.
That would be a miracle, but it is possible.
All right. So, here's the Mackin's Rippin Lips.
Here it is.
Trips question. Okay. So, one of Eddie Mackin's clients on a trip with him within the last 4 months caught a fish, and this species of fish, this particular fish this guy caught, was the biggest version of that species of fish that Eddie Mackin had seen come out of Lake Hopatcong with his own eyes personally. This is all in the post. And it's headlined in the post. You can see the fish. You can see the species it is. And even the size of the fish is right there on the picture. So we need to know what the specific species of fish is that this customer caught that was the biggest one that Eddie Mackin had seen with his own eyes out of Lake Hopatcong, and what length it was.
What is the length of the biggest fish and the species?
Yep. What species is it, and what length was it that his customer caught? This fish was the biggest one that Mackin had seen of that species in Lake Opakon. We need the species and the size length.
Northern Stargazer from Nick Devereaux. Yeah, people are just throwing insane species out to get the comments in. All right,
That's
while we see if anyone can find that answer on Mackin's wall, we are going to talk to Mr. Jerry here, who had a very successful Christmas party and made some very successful donations that we think need to be recognized. So, Jerry, you have the floor.
Well, Joe, that was an unbelievable Christmas party. I have to thank you and Chris for all the work you guys put in. You know, we gave out a ton of prizes, and I think everybody had a good time. So, you know, at the end of the day, you know, we do these things to raise funds for the various charities that we give money out to, and we gave $2,000 to Heroes on the Water, and we gave, I think it was $1,950 to the New Jersey chapter of Hooked on Fishing, Not on Drugs. So it was a great success. Everybody had a great time. I think at the end of the day, if you were at that party, you and spent some money on raffle tickets, you got more than you gave.
Yeah, I mean, I know some people always joke around that they never win anything. You know, obviously it's chance, so you could buy a lot of tickets and maybe still not win anything. But for the most part, you know, if you donate, you know, and these raffle tickets, when you buy the raffle tickets, you're donating to these charities.
Exactly.
It all goes.
I don't know the answer, but it's not a 30-inch hybrid, right?
Wait, you don't know the answer? I literally sent it to you because you're the one that can see the chat. No, it's not a 30-inch.
I know the species. I forgot the length.
I'm going to text it to you again because I can't see the chat.
All right. People are asking to repeat the question that are just now coming in.
That's because they were late, I bet.
You are late. You now have a penalty while everyone else has a head start. So I will
repeat it. I'm going to repeat it in a second. Let me send Joe the answer so that if someone gets it, we actually can announce a winner.
How tall is Joe? Joe is 5'4", 5'4".
Who asked that?
Adam Klapko.
All right, I'm texting you the picture of
31 waist. Yes.
I'm sending you the picture of the post that has the fish species and the size right on the picture.
It's not an eel. I don't know why so many people are saying eel. It's not an eel.
No, he did. Remember he caught a nice eel. I know what they're talking about, but I think that someone on his boat caught a really big eel, and he had not seen it.
I see the answer. I am forwarding it to my wife so she can win this right now.
Nobody's gotten it yet for sure, though, right?
No, Tim Brennan just keeps writing 30-inch hybrid over and over again.
Yeah, that's not right. And if you keep typing it like that, it's going to boot you from the room.
He is disqualified.
It's going to be an automatic boot from the room. They're going to think you're spamming the room.
All right, they want the question.
All right, here's the question again for anyone that missed it. One of Eddie Mackin's customers on Mackin's Rippin' Lips fishing trips, during one of the trips, his customer caught the biggest version of this particular species that Eddie Mackin himself had personally seen out of Lake Opakon. That's what he said in the post. And then the picture on the post shows them holding the fish up. You can clearly see what species it is. And in big red numbers, it tells you the length of the fish, how big it was. We need the species and the size length. And that's for one red-eye trip pass.
And make sure you're looking on Mackin's Rippin' Lips Fishing Trips Facebook page. That's where you should be looking.
Correct.
Not on Eddie's personal page.
It's on. It was posted on both Instagram and Facebook. So, Jerry, What was it? What were we saying before we got cut off? Right. So yeah, I was saying anyone who buys tickets it's a straight donation to Heroes on the Water, and then we usually switch up the second charity. Right. I mean, we've done our artificial reef program in the past. We did Hooked on Fishing.
Hold on. We have a winner.
You got a winner?
Hey now,
yes, Carlos Navas got it. 21.5-inch largemouth bass.
Got it.
He got it. Carlos, if you're watching, you won the free. Oh, Katie Lynn just said it. You're too late, Katie Lynn. You just missed it.
Katie.
Carlos is in first there.
Why would you say if you're watching? Of course he's watching. How else would he put the answer in the chat?
I don't know. He might have wrote it there and left already. I don't know. Who knows? But he did win. Yeah. Now Katie Lynn's cursing.
Oh, sorry.
She literally, okay, Carlos is there. He's cheering now. Katie missed by like 10 seconds, like barely. And
you know what? I will say, we posted ahead of time that we were going to ask this mystery question and that the answer was on Mackin's Rippin' Lips page. So she should have studied harder. She could have got the question quicker.
Yeah. Now, real quick, before I spin for the Mimi, Jerry, you got to see Multi-Species Mayhem firsthand at the Christmas party. You participated in it a little bit. You don't freshwater fish as much, but you did put in a couple fish, including a pretty big bullhead that you caught with Chris.
Did he stay? Did he stay in the top three or no? I don't think
so. No.
I needed that point. I needed that bullhead badly.
Wait, you bumped Jerry off the board?
I might have. Yeah, I might.
That's what friends are for, Chris.
But Jerry is the one that wanted the saltwater, and now it's there. So Jerry does have his 6 saltwater species to go after separately, and he doesn't have to deal with us freshwater people anymore.
I don't consider myself a freshwater person.
Well, yeah, I mean, Kevin is. Like, Kevin is the true epitome of a land dweller. I mean, he just hates salt water.
Yeah, it's weird.
He hates it. But, Jerry, I mean, from an outside perspective, looking at the Mayhem contest, what's your thoughts on it? Like, what would you say to a person that isn't in it that might want to get into it?
Well, listen, now that we have a saltwater section of it, I mean, you got to get in. What's it cost? I mean, it's like nothing. And you got this really cool app that makes it very easy and convenient to like weigh in your catches. And, it's another community, right?
And a bunch of people asking the species. It's striped bass, which is your favorite, Nick. Sea bass, blackfish, bluefish, weakfish, and
fluke.
And fluke, of course, fluke. 6 species that you'll love, Nick. So get in. Multi-Species Mayhem is open. The 2026 registration, and it is only $35 a year to be a member. Puts you in the freshwater and saltwater.
Yeah, and let me just, Kevin's going to kill us if we don't say this now and then post it a million times because people keep having this issue. So when you go on, and we're going to post videos that show this because people have been having a little bit of trouble getting in. It's simple, but you don't know what you don't know. So when you see it for the first time, it might be confusing. So when you go in, you have to download the Fishing Chaos app. It's not our app. It's the app that is primarily used for all these online contests, catch and release contests, so that people don't have to weigh in fish. Okay. You have to download the Fishing Chaos app. Once you have that app, you can either find it or you can go to one of our links that leads you right to it, but you can search in the Fishing Chaos app, NJ Multi-Species Mayhem, and it will come up. It'll also come up as an event to join near you. It has it uses your location, and it knows what events are being run near you. So you can find it that way. Once you go in it and you sign up for it, it's just a $35 to join. The app itself will ask you if you want to buy like a subscription for the app. That's for something completely different. That's if you use the app for all kinds of other contests. You save money, I guess.
You just click no thanks.
Don't need it.
$35 only.
You shouldn't be paying for anything else other than $35 for this.
And then when you're in the club, you could register for the fresh and the salt separately.
Well,
they're both free.
That's the thing you have to do.
Yeah,
so once you're in the club, you have to go to the tournaments tab. There's 2 tabs, and the one says tournaments. You click that, and it drops down the freshwater and the saltwater. They're both free. There's no point to not
you remember
joining both.
Yeah.
You're already a member. You paid the $35 through there. You open the tournaments tab. You click on the freshwater. I forget the word, if it's join or register, whatever it is.
Register.
You click that. You put in your information that it asks for, your name, whatever.
Bunch of people in here are asking how to get in this. Guys, it's posted literally all over all our stuff, and you could contact Kevin Glenn. I'm sure Kevin's watching the chat. He'll be able to help.
We're gonna keep posting it, but the simplest way is you go take your phone, same way you'd get any other app. You go to your app store and you download the Fishing Chaos app. It's free. To download the app is free.
The freshwater, just to answer them, the freshwater contest opens on midnight of New Year's Eve. So the 2nd of 2026, it starts, and the saltwater one starts April 1st. You have until April 1st also to become a member. Just if you join after New Year's, you have a 2-day penalty to enter a fish. So the reason we did that is so someone doesn't go fishing and say, oh, I just caught a giant fish. Now I'll become a member. No. So you have to get in before you actually go fishing.
All right, guys, I'm going to interrupt you here. Can we just get on with this?
Jerry's pissed. All right, Jerry. We are going to get to... We have 100... There's 126 comments.
Woohoo!
So I have to enter 126.
Who's going to
Now, this is for open boat pass on the Mimi. It's not going to count it. We're going to make Deuce count it or somebody else. Here, the wheel's spinning right now.
All right.
This is for an open boat pass on the Mimi.
Jerry, what's the rush anyway? You got bedtime?
Okay, it's number 98.
No, it's just like it just keeps on droning on and on and on and on. Let's get on with it. We're here
Jerry
to talk
was
about
getting
Christmas,
mad at me because he couldn't get
the
in.
Contest.
Jerry could not get into the chat, and he was getting pissed.
Well, yeah,
it is comment number 98 is the winner of the Mimi trip. Deuce, if you could count that somehow, just count the comments to number 98. That's the person that won.
I just heard him shovel a handful of Doritos in his mouth and tell you to go fuck yourself. All
right. So
I love Deuce.
I think we're pretty much done. We're going to have to go back through the comments and count down. We have to get off this before Jerry kills us. Or, Jerry, you could just hang up on us, too. You can click the
red idea. Well,
you are free to
go. I'd like you guys to give a quick recap about, how things have gone with the podcast this year. Give a little recap on that, and I'll do the same on my site and our Facebook page. So why don't you go ahead with that this year?
Yeah, Chris, go ahead.
Oh, this. I thought you were going to do this, Joe.
No, I got to read. I got to count 98 comments.
All right. Well, listen.
Anyway, so all right, yeah. So as Jerry was saying, it's been an awesome year again. What are we going on? When did we start this? March 2 years ago. So we're going on. What are we going on? 3 years now?
Year 3.
Oh my God!
In dog years, that's 21.
What was that?
In dog years, that's 21 years, and I'm sure that's the way it feels to you guys.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Well, if a dog was 21 years old, it'd be close to death.
You should go back to episode 1 and look at a picture of what we looked like compared to now. It's horrifying.
That's cool.
Did you post that? Yeah, I mean it's been like we complain in a joking manner all the time about all the crap we have to deal with, and I mean when you're talking about the internet, that's just the way it is. With the internet, you have to accept it for what it is, and we do. I mean, at least I do. I don't know. I think Joe gets fired up sometimes, but
Deuce is telling me through the headphones that it only shows the last 10 comments and then they get deleted.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
True.
All right, Deuce, research what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
Do we need to do this a different way?
I think once he ends the live stream, I could go back and count. I see what he's saying, that I can't go back now. Maybe once it's over, I'm pretty sure I can though.
The train is officially off the rails.
It always is. Well, that's how it started, and that's how it's still going.
Yeah, we're used to that. I figure by tomorrow afternoon there'll be two people fist fighting because they both think their comment was number 98, and we'll get sued because someone will get punched in the teeth over this, and it doesn't really matter. I think once it's not live anymore and it's a post, I feel like I've scrolled through many comments.
Yeah, you can go
in past episodes.
I don't even know where Deuce went. He's gone now.
Yeah, well, he realized we screwed up, and
you threw him under the bus.
Jerry. I think Jerry scared him.
No, you threw him under the bus. I mean, come on.
All right, Jerry. What about NJF? What kind of a year did NJF have?
That was pretty amazing. We continue to plug along on the website. Believe it or not, we averaged 2.3 million site visits a month and just over 1 million unique visitors. Now, of course, that's clouded with, all kind of bots and stuff like that. But the average website gets about 375,000 visits. Our group Facebook page is just over 17,200 members now, which is really great, especially for a private group. But, I think the most thing that I'm most proud of, and what the people on our site managed to do, was get some saltwater regulations changed in 2026. Joe, you and Chris were definitely involved in promoting this and getting people to pay attention to this. So that's much appreciated. But here's what we got done in 2026 fishing regulations. First of all, we got a 20% increase in sea bass. Right?
That's finalized. That's happening.
Yeah. It still has to be figured out how we're going to divide it up and how the state is going to change the regulations. But, it's a nice problem to have, to fight over 20% more fish. Right, Chris?
Yeah, I personally hope they extend the season. I think I'd prefer that over increased. What are the options? Increased amount, increased time?
The options are numerous and various. And
how do you not want it to go to the summer when you could only keep one? If you have
Joe, Santiago, that's your opinion, and Chris, you have your opinion.
I want to argue with him now.
I have my opinion, right? But I think the most important thing that we could do is, right now there's a gap between when the fluke season ends and the sea bass season opens, and there's nothing to fish for, right?
Is that 1 week long, Jerry, that gap?
Yeah.
It's a 1 week gap, right? Okay.
Yeah. So fill that gap, and let's agree that it's a nice problem to argue about how we want to divide up the rest of those fish amongst the rest of the season, whether it be more fish during the summer, more fish, or a winter season that we used to have that was basically taken away from us. I'm like Switzerland on this. As far as I'm concerned, let's fill that gap and let's let the public decide what they'd like to do with those extra fish. But at least we got the extra fish, and that's a freaking major victory.
It is, and it's good for the party boats and charter boats will now be able to go after more sea bass, which is good for business.
Absolutely. It's good for me and you too, because you want something to be able to fish for, right?
Yeah, and I like to eat sea bass. It's one of the few fish that I actually do toss in the coolers.
Very tasty. The next thing that happened is we got a 17% increase in bluefin tuna, right? Those regulations are set by the feds, but we fought hard to get something, and we got it. So that's a major victory, as far as I'm concerned. The bluefin tuna fishery here in New Jersey used to be unbelievable. It's finally come back, so we should gain more access for that to that additional resource than we did. And lastly, the ASMFC was threatening to close striped bass at certain times of the year, right? Either by a full closure, which means that you couldn't fish for them at all, or it's strictly catch and release. And we managed to thwart that off. And we have a status quo season again, which means the season will be open all year, and at least you'll have an opportunity to catch and keep something. Although it's a narrow slot, at least it didn't go the other way. And I have to tell you, I've been working in these recreational fishing, saltwater management issues for 20 years, and this is the first time we ever got something. Usually,
really?
Yes.
This is the first win ever?
Yes, exactly. And
so for anyone, all the people watching that aren't on NJF, you want to explain to them how they go over to NJF and sign up?
Yeah, they could just go over to njfishing.com, click on registration if they're not already signed up, and that'll shoot me an email with their username, password, and some other information. I'll get them put in there, and
it's all free. But also, it's 100% free to join and become members.
Yeah, it's kind of like an old school way to register to get on something, but it prevents bots. People need to understand that njfishing.com forum is not really anything like any other part of the internet, any of this social media stuff, right? njfishing.com is free of weird bots or people saying messed up crap. It's all monitored. It's strictly fishing information and people sharing fishing stuff and archived fishing information going back to the beginning.
And the archive itself is actually built by the anglers themselves that put the reports in.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And listen, I mean, thankfully, we still have a lot of people visiting the site. I try to, ad nauseum, in some people's mind, put together posts on how they can get involved and what the issues are and things of that sort. And people responded, and it freaking worked. For the first time in 20 years, we have better fishing regulations this year than we've had the entire 20 years that I've been following fishing regulations. So you know what? It works. People need to stay involved. People need to stay vigil in it, and people need to get involved at the right place at the right time. And I do my best to try to net that out for people and tell them how to get involved. Some people find it boring, but you know what? If we don't have any decent fishing regulations, you, me, Joe, and everybody else would be sitting at the dock with nothing to fish for. So I encourage everybody to stay involved, to stay vigilant. This whole process it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So you always have to keep on top of it. So for those of you who got involved, thank you. You made a difference. For those of you who sat on the sidelines because, Jerry, nothing's ever going to change. Why are you wasting your time? This is exactly why.
I feel like you have a name that you want to blast this person. Do you want to do it?
Nope, not going to.
I'm sure he has a whole list of names.
Oh yeah, I mean, listen,
all joking aside, though, I mean, you're spot on. I mean,
Jen Long said truth, Jerry.
I get it, right? I get it. You don't like people don't want to be bothered with this stuff because
Yeah,
they think
it's
that
boring.
yeah,
Just so you know, I'm not going to read all of them, but a lot of people are writing into the chat. Thank you for your hard efforts, and they are appreciated. It's coming in from a bunch of people.
Well, thank you guys. I mean, listen, this is a boring subject that doesn't play well on social media or a podcast because people want to be entertained and be lively and stuff like that. But this is serious stuff that has to be dealt with. So I appreciate you guys taking the time to get it out there and to help me help you, right?
if the least we can do is give like a platform for any of this information to be shared, then like we're always going to be willing to do that at the very least, and anything else, that we could do to help, obviously. And just to throw on top of that, just so people are aware, I know people saw posts and stuff about this bill being on the table about replacing 2 or 3 of the current sportsmen on the council, on the Fish and Game Council, with basically animal rights activists instead of sportsmen. We've heard some different things about it. It seems to be not completely off the table yet, but kind of
For now. It's off the table.
Now,
it's off table for a year. For 1 year.
For a year, or well, whatever the time frame may be, it's something that
that's going to be a bit. That was designed in a certain way so that it would bring a difference of opinion to the table. I don't think they're going to change those seats that easily, but if they do, they're changing like the foundation on how the whole thing was founded.
Wow, I mean, they're going to
listen, I'm sorry, guys, the Jerry, when the episode is over tomorrow, you could go back into this comments and Jerry will answer all the thank yous. I can't read them all, but Jerry's going to come back, I think, and he'll respond to them.
Well, he's saying thank you to them right now. He doesn't have to go back.
He's answering you right now.
Thank you guys for getting involved. Listen, it's confusing. It's frustrating. We've never had any wins before, but I think this year is proof that, if you get involved, if you just take the time to write in a comment to the right people at the right time, you can make a difference. And I'm so, listen, after 20 years of nothing but, I'm like really so encouraged that that the worm has finally turned.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
well, there we go. We could go out on a
thanks to you guys.
Note. We could go out on. Yeah, no one's thanking us. It's all thanks to Jerry in the chat. Like we don't have to answer anything.
No, I didn't. We don't really. I mean, what do? We just put up with people's crap and laugh, and have this platform open.
We have to wish everyone a very healthy and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, because we won't be on next week. We're off. If you're not a member of njfishing.com, head on over there and sign up for free. And if you haven't joined Mayhem, go join Mayhem. And baby. That's it for me. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I think so. And, just to close it out, listen, I mean, this is a great community that we have here. We appreciate you all supporting our joint efforts to do this. Between my site, Mayhem, and the podcast, I think we have all the medias covered, and we really do appreciate all your support and keeping us alive and putting some wind in our sails.
Yeah, hey, we all gotta stick together because of reasons like this. I mean, people don't believe it when you tell them, but there's a lot of people. I won't say half, I won't say 40%, whatever the percentage is. There's a lot of people that would, at the very least, not care if fishing and hunting just disappeared.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was outlawed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know what? Those of us who do care need to get involved.
Yes,
Yeah.
and Jen Wong says, Merry Christmas, Jen. Merry Christmas. We are going to come. Chris, we're going to have to go back into the comments to answer these. As soon as it's over, too, me and Deuce are going to go find out who comment number 98 is. You're going on the Mimi for free. Merry Christmas. We'll be back in 2 weeks with our guest, Bruce Litton, who we've been trying to get on here for a while. January 5th, when we will be back with Bruce Litton.
And the fish will already be pouring in to the Mayhem season.
Mayhem will be open.
If you're not in it by January 1st, you're going to be already behind when it starts. So if you're thinking about joining, I don't know what you're waiting for. You're just disadvantaging yourself because we're ice fishing. We're going to be ice fishing. We're going to be putting points up.
That's
I just went ice fishing.
Well, Merry Christmas, boys and girls.
Merry Christmas, and see everyone in 2 weeks.
Merry Christmas. Suffer for the fish, Jerry. Let's go.
Yes, sir.